Brothers and sisters of Burkina Faso and all of Africa, my name is Ibrahim Traoré. Look behind me. Look at what is rising from our soil. This is not just a building, not just a hotel. It is the voice of a nation refusing to kneel. Built from the very things the world once threw away. They called our land poor, but from discarded tires, we are creating greatness. They said Africa can only consume. Today we show that Africa can create, innovate, and lead. This tower of old tires and steel is more than architecture. It is a declaration. Every tire in those walls is a symbol of how we take what was abandoned and turn it into power. They sent us their waste. We turn it into wealth. They thought we would forever depend on them, but we show them that Africa stands on its own feet. My people, this is what freedom looks like. Not words, not promises, but concrete action rising high against our sky. This is what happens when a nation believes in itself, when its sons and daughters refuse to let anyone else write their destiny. For too long they came here with their flags, their weapons, their banks, their fake smiles, and they took everything, our gold, our cotton, our dignity. But look around you now. These cranes, these workers, these hands building our future, they are ours, not theirs. No foreign master dictates this project. No foreign banker owns this dream. It is built by Burkina for Burkina and for Africa. Do you feel it? Do you feel the ground shaking beneath your feet? That is the sound of a continent awakening. They cannot stop us because we have understood the truth. That unity, courage, and determination are stronger than any army, stronger than any empire. To those who doubt us, who sit in their high offices across the seas planning how to control Africa again, watch this tower grow higher and higher. Watch our people rise with it. Watch as the chains you tried to place on us turn into the foundation of our strength. My brothers and sisters, this is not the end. This is the beginning. This hotel will open its doors to the world, not as a symbol of foreign luxury, but as a beacon of African pride. Travelers will come here and see what free people can do. Children will look up at it and say, "We are capable of anything." And every African leader who passes by will be reminded that we do not need permission to build our future. But I must tell you the truth, it is not easy. It takes sweat, sacrifice, and unbreakable resolve. And we must protect it. There will be those who try to sabotage us, who try to buy us, who try to divide us. Do not let them. Stand as one people, one nation, one Africa. When I point to this tower, I am pointing to every farmer who works his land with pride, every mother who raises her child with hope, every young man and woman who refuses to leave Africa because they believe in Africa. This is for you. This is because of you. Raise your heads high, Burkina Faso. Raise your voices, Africa. We are no longer begging for respect. We are building it with our own hands. And to the world I say, watch carefully. The age of exploitation is ending. The age of African strength has begun. Long live Burkina Faso. Long live a free and united Africa. Africa can take what the world has thrown away and turn it into a force of pride and power. Look at this tower behind me, rising from our soil, built from the very tires others discarded as useless. They sent us their waste, thinking we would always be the dumping ground of their excess. But we have transformed it into a monument that touches the sky. Every black circle stacked one over the other is not just rubber and steel. It is proof that we refuse to be defined by what others think of us. They called us poor, but here is wealth created from what they threw in the dirt. They called us incapable, but here stands a structure so bold, so unique that the world will have no choice but to look at Africa with new eyes. This is not just construction. This is a revolution of ideas. We are telling the world that innovation does not belong to one continent or one people. It belongs to those who dare to believe they can change their reality. When others see waste, we see opportunity. When others see limits, we see possibility. This is the spirit of Africa, to rise from the ashes of what was meant to break us and build something they never imagined we could. Behind every crane moving on this site, behind every worker wearing that helmet, there is a story of resilience. The story of a people who will not bow, who will not wait for handouts, who will not accept that progress must come from outside. This tower is our voice, saying to the world, we are not victims. We are creators. It is Africa declaring that the days of being ignored are over. What they once threw away has become the very material of our future, and nothing speaks louder than that. True freedom is not spoken. It is built, piece by piece, with our own hands and our own will. Look behind me. This tower is the proof. It is not funded by foreign banks, not controlled by outsiders, not designed to serve someone else's interests. It belongs to us, born from our soil, shaped by our people. For too long, freedom was just a word they gave us while keeping control over our resources, our wealth, and our future. They waved their flags of independence while their chains remained invisible. But here, in every tire, every beam of steel, every pane of glass, we have placed the truth. We are taking back what is ours. So I tell you, my people, do not measure freedom by promises or speeches. Measure it by what we can build ourselves, by what no foreign master can take away. This hotel rising in the heart of Burkina Faso is more than a place to welcome the world. It is a declaration that we no longer wait for permission to create greatness. It is a message to every farmer, every worker, every child. You are part of something real, something permanent. Look at the hands of the workers here. Calloused, strong, determined. These are the hands of true independence. Look at the cranes that lift each layer higher into the sky. They move with the power of our belief. This is what they fear most: a nation that no longer begs, a continent that no longer kneels. When we own what we build, when we control what we create, we are untouchable. From this day forward, let no one tell us that freedom is a gift. It is a force we forge ourselves, just as we are forging this monument of African pride. For centuries, they came to our lands with flags, armies, and false promises. They took our gold, our cotton, our labor, and left us with scraps, telling us to be grateful for the little we had. They built their empires on our backs while we were told to stay small, to stay dependent. But those days are ending. This tower of recycled tires, rising strong against the African sky, is proof that the era of exploitation is dying. No longer will Africa's wealth be a gift for others to plunder. No longer will outsiders dictate how we live, what we grow, or what we build. This project stands as a loud, unbroken voice that says, we will decide our future. It is not financed by foreign powers, not controlled by hidden contracts that bind us in silence. It is built by the sweat and strength of Burkinabe hands. For Burkinabe pride, for African pride, every layer of this structure is a message to those who thought they could keep us under their control. Your time is over. Let them watch as this symbol rises higher each day. Let them see that Africa no longer waits for their approval. We are not their colonies, not their minds, not their silent partners in their wealth. We are a continent of innovators, creators, and warriors reclaiming what is rightfully ours. They will try to stop us, to whisper lies, to sow division. But when a people have awakened, no force can put them back to sleep. This tower is not just a building. It is a warning to all who sought to keep us down. Africa has risen, and we are not turning back. What gives this project its true power is not the tires, the steel, or the glass. It is the unity of our people. It is the courage flowing through the veins of every worker, every citizen who refuses to surrender. Unity, courage, and determination. These are our weapons, stronger than any gun, stronger than any empire that has ever tried to crush us. They may have armies, they may have wealth, but we have something they can never buy or break: the will of a united people. When I look at this site, I do not see just construction. I see an army of ordinary heroes, men and women who rise before the sun, who labor under its heat, who build not for themselves alone, but for an entire nation. That is courage. To believe in a dream bigger than your own life, that is unity. To work side by side, refusing to be divided by tribe, religion, or fear, that is determination. To continue despite obstacles, despite threats, despite the heavy weight of history telling us to fail, that is strength. This is why we cannot be stopped. A nation that stands together cannot be conquered. A people who believe in their future cannot be enslaved. They tried to break us with war, with poverty, with lies. But here we are, rising higher than ever. Let this tower stand as a testament to what happens when a people choose to fight, not with weapons of destruction, but with the unstoppable force of collective will. This is how revolutions are won. This is how nations are reborn. This is how Africa will claim its place. Not as a beggar at the world's table, but as a force no one can ignore. This tower is not just for us today. It is a signal to the world and a light for generations to come. When its doors open, travelers from every corner of the earth will step inside and witness what free Africans can create. They will not see a foreign logo stamped on its walls. They will see the mark of a proud people who built something extraordinary with their own strength. It will stand as proof that greatness does not come from wealth stolen from others, but from belief, vision, and hard work. For our children, this will be more than a building. It will be a lesson. When they look up at it, they will understand there are no limits to what they can achieve. They will know their dreams are not too big, that their continent is not too weak, that their future does not depend on someone else's permission. This hotel will whisper to them every day, you are capable, you are powerful, you are the future. And to every leader across Africa who sees it, let it be a challenge. Let it remind them that progress is not imported, it is built. Let it inspire them to stand on their own soil and declare, what can do this too? This is how we change the story of Africa. Not by speaking, but by showing, not by begging, but by building. When the world looks at this tower, they will no longer see a continent defined by struggle. They will see a continent defined by strength. What began here in Burkina Faso is not just a project. It is the spark of a revolution that cannot be stopped. This vision we are building must be guarded with everything we have. It is not enough to create. We must protect what is ours. There will be those who come smiling, offering deals and promises, but behind their smiles lie chains. There will be those who try to divide us, to pit brother against brother, to make us forget who we are. We cannot allow it. If we want this future to last, we must stand together like the very Tyres in this tower. Connected, unbreakable, supporting one another. Every stone of progress in Africa has always been tested by those who fear a strong Africa. They will send whispers, they will send threats, they will send distractions. But we must not fall. This tower must remind us every day that our destiny cannot be sold, borrowed, or handed over. It must be built and defended by us. Look at the workers here. They are not building for a paycheck. They are building for their children, for their grandchildren, for a nation that will never bow again. This is why we must keep fighting, not with hatred, but with unshakable resolve. Our strength will come from our unity, our discipline, and our refusal to be conquered from within. If we believe in this vision, if we refuse to be bought or broken, then nothing, no power, no empire, no threat can stop us. What we build will endure, and the world will see that Africa's rise was not a moment, but the dawn of a new era.